Okay, so we're
Hey
back with
guys.
more of the evergreen growth journey, or as I abbreviate it whenever I create these files, it's the
Egg.
egg journey,
It's the
which was
egg
part of the
journey.
reason why I made the name. I like evergreen growth, making evergreen two words. So that way it's EGG. So yeah,
Yeah.
this is the egg journey podcast.
Yes.
At least that's the files that I'm uploading to YouTube. That's officially what they're uploaded as.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
It's catchy and it's it kind of people the egg. What? Huh? So
Yeah,
yeah.
I know it kind of throws things off. I've been creating a bunch of like clips from the Cook and Chat live streams and the
Yeah.
podcast, and I actually uploaded one with Egg Journey in the title. So we'll see if
It's
anybody
kind of like the
comments
egg
on that.
journey. It's like, the forever question, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Right.
The
Those
egg
unknowable
journey.
answers. Yeah. Yeah.
It's yeah,
It's
it's a
like
journey.
42. It's like, no one will ever know the question and the answer to get that right.
Ever.
Uh,
So
yeah, I
yeah.
kind of have a
Hey
new setup.
everybody.
Yeah, I think I mentioned on the last one where I was using camo, and instead of paying the subscription every month, I might as well go
Yeah.
ahead and buy a webcam instead of using my phone as my camera. So I
Yeah.
finally bought a webcam yesterday. I got that set up. I think it's working correctly, and
Yeah, it
it's
was
actually got
following
this
you
cool
around.
feature where it'll follow me around because I'm not using the full frame.
Yeah.
So, woo yeah, so having fun with the new camera.
Hands free, it follows me.
I know. Well, the
Yeah,
camera's
mine
not actually
doesn't do
moving. It's
that.
just it
Yeah.
does like up to 90 degrees, and I have it focused on a smaller part of what it's seeing.
Yeah.
So I'm just moving around within the frame. It's not actually moving with me,
I
but I
love
think
it.
it's pretty cool.
I think it's cool.
Yay, technology.
Yay, technology. It's great.
So
Fabulous.
you're on vacation.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm at
Enjoying a
Lake
vacation.
Hartwell. I am.
Sweet.
Yeah. I mean, this is yeah.
Yeah,
We
you were giving
went
me a little
to
quick tour. I got to say
yeah.
hello to family.
Unfortunately, the water's a little low where we're at, but we're gonna make
Yeah.
it work and have fun anyway.
Yeah.
So, and we've
And
got a big
hopefully,
old
I'm
pool we
getting a good
have too.
signal. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard to tell because it's like really choppy and broken up at the moment, but when your phone uploads the what it's recording, it's probably gonna be
Mhm.
crystal clear and better than what mine's filming right here in the room.
There we go.
So, yeah,
Who
I
knows?
never know until I actually go to edit it and I see kinda what was actually recorded.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're there for the entire time. I don't know, the last couple of times we've done this, you've ended up getting cut off. I think you lost signal at one point, like 2 podcasts ago, and then
Oh
last
wow.
time you got a phone call and you were
And it
still
got weird.
connected. I mean, we were still talking, but it wasn't recording you.
Yeah.
But I didn't continue the conversation last time, so it was easy to just go ahead and close it out.
That's fun.
So,
That's fun.
yep, fun
We
times.
make it
Still
work.
learning all this stuff. This is yeah, an ongoing education in YouTube and gardening and farming and all the skills needed for all of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which I'm loving that. It's just constantly learning new stuff. And now that I've started the cooking chats, now I'm learning to cook all the stuff that I'm harvesting.
There you go.
So
Because I
that's going
mean,
to be
it's
really fun. Yeah.
kinda useless to grow all the things and not know what to do with it, and
Yeah,
yeah, so,
exactly.
yeah, yep,
Yeah, so the garden is thriving right now. It's that beautiful point in the season where everything is green and growing. Well, most
okay,
everything. There's, still things I'm making mistakes with that aren't growing as good.
that's
But
fine.
I posted today, I made a post where I did a picture of some stuff that I got when I went out to get the camera. The Best Buy is in the same shopping center as the Lowe's, so I had to stop and
You
look at
had to
the
go in.
plants. So I got more peppers, more marigolds, I got a banana tree, I got a
Oh,
kiwi plant.
yay.
So I was planting all those. That's what I was doing when you let me know you were ready, is I was
Right.
back there trying to get all those in pots and get things planted.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I was checking on my toad, my little garden pet, Jerry. He's moved. He was in his usual spot. The post today also had, like, a picture of him where he had moved to, like, the mock strawberries that are next to my Amish potato tower it's actually thriving. I've already got potatoes
Oh,
growing in all the towers, so I'm so
oh,
excited about that.
amazing,
But,
amazing.
yeah, I checked on Jerry this morning, and he was in his spot, and then I guess he moved sometime throughout the day, and so I went to, like, say goodnight to him and before I came inside, and he wasn't there. So I was like, hopefully he's still in the garden.
I hope
I
you're in
keep
there
finding
somewhere.
him. But yeah, I
Exactly.
I love having the garden pet.
Kinda gives you something to talk to, somebody to talk to out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Well,
the
and he's
things.
right behind the rock speaker that Caleb got me. So
Oh, so
he's over in that corner where I set that. So yeah.
I love that, I love it. That's very cool.
Yeah. And of
So,
course all the neighbors are out in their swimming pools and I'm having fun in my garden. I think I made
that's
the right
it.
choice.
I think so. I think so. Pools are overrated. They're so much work.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
That's the reason why we stopped doing it. Yeah, we had, like, an above ground one. I have a nice little circle where we had put pavers there, and I had leveled it down. Kids loved it. Yeah, Lauren was complaining. She was saying that we had told her that once she was 10 years old, she could swim by herself without having an adult out there with her,
Uh-huh.
and we got rid of the pool when she was 9. So, yeah.
Evil parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoops.
I get the grief too. We had a pool and when the kids were younger, all of them under the age of, we'll say 8,
Uh-huh.
and, from 8 to 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a tree fall in it, so we
Oh,
replaced
yeah, yeah.
it, and then
Mhm.
it was, like, right under pine trees, so you had pine needles in it
Yeah.
constantly, which turns it green, which
Mhm.
it was, nope. I've said if I have a pool again, I'm gonna have somebody that comes and takes care of it, and
Yeah.
I just swim in it. That's all.
Well, I think your request when we get the property and we have the farm and everything is you wanted a pond where you can just kinda float out in the pond.
Yeah.
So,
Pond,
yeah.
a swimming pool.
So we'll have
We
something
can have a pool.
decent size, hopefully, and we can have fun with that.
There'll be water. There'll be kayaks.
Yeah.
There'll be canoes.
There
Yeah.
needs to be some type of water. I mean, I can't imagine a retirement property for me not having some kinda water on it, which I
I
think
need
Charles kinda spoiled us with that because it was that nice stream that flowed back on the land back
Oh,
before it was
yeah.
a house, and we would go out there every weekend or evenings and, just
Yeah.
helping out, building the house, mostly
We
trying
had
not
the
to be in his way and doing
we
every
had the
little
rope
whatever
and
little
would
project he came
swing.
up to keep us busy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, yeah,
Would
just
swing
having the stream there
everything.
and just going out and playing, sliding on the rocks, and just exploring when we were kids was amazing. So
Mhm. Bringing all the
someday I'll
tadpoles
have
back.
grandkids, and they need to be able to do the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
Go
So,
get
yeah, planning
dirty.
ahead.
That's all we need is just go get dirty.
Oh, yeah.
I've always told my daughter, I was like, whenever I have my grandson over, expect him to get dirty, and which he
Yes.
does. Yeah. I mean, he
Good
turned
grandma. Get
tire
them dirty, send them
tracks
home to parents to clean them up. Yeah.
last week. He turned tire tracks into a duck pond, which
Very
he was
nice.
it it was amazing. There were bubbles involved. There
Okay.
were there was all kinds of there was a gnome involved, yeah. So,
Good.
yeah,
That's a party, you had a gnome there.
you gotta have a gnome.
Yep.
So, yes.
Yeah, your gnome collection is bigger than mine still, so, yeah, we'll see how that
Yeah,
goes over the years.
my front porch is kinda taken over by gnomes right now, so
Is it?
I
Yeah.
no pride, no
Mine are
shame,
mostly
no.
garden-related gnomes, but yeah.
Yeah, mine are just friends. I love
Oh,
them.
I got when I was out, I also got this. I don't know if you
Mr.
see it, it's like a
Potato
little Mr. Potato
Head!
Head. So I keep talking about the little NewTuber thing. So that
Yes.
was the closest idea to having a little NewTuber. So he's sitting on my little Yeti microphone as my little, like, he's my inspiration.
He's your
So
inspiration. You're
had
the
to get
new
that.
tuber.
Oh, and, like, a weird little thing I got too is
Oh, what you
same I
got?
went to, like, the Five Below, like, little dollar store kinda place,
Love
and
it.
I got this. I had seen these, I was kinda looking around for ideas, and my phone is overheating, so this
Yeah.
is a Cellbrella. So this is like a little umbrella that you put on your phone. So, I mean, just to kinda shade your screen when you're watching videos and stuff in the sunlight, but I
Yeah.
thought my phone keeps overheating whenever I try to film myself in the
Oh, yeah,
garden.
'cause you're
I was in that
outside.
Amish potato tower, and I was, like, out in the yard doing all that, and it
Yeah.
kept stopping it would stop recording me because it would get too hot. So, I kept coming up with weird little ways. I had, like, cardboard boxes around it with a towel over it, made, like, a little container for it. I
Yeah.
had a paper plate on a tripod, so it was kinda shielding it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so this is my next attempt to be able to
You
film in the garden without my phone overheating.
you've got your phone umbrella. Yep.
Yeah, that was the most manly of the selection. Most of them were, like, little pink flowery things because it's a little kid thing for your phone,
You do
but
what
we'll
you
give it a
gotta do
shot.
to make it work. I mean, come on. People use pantyhose in gardens, okay? Just you don't
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
no judgment. It's good. You use what you got. If
I
it
was just
works,
thinking.
it works.
Yeah, I was just editing a clip today where I was talking about doing my melons and doing, like, a hammock, and I was noticing that my gestures, like, they were mostly hammocky, but, when you're talking melons and you're
Just
gesturing like this, you have to be careful. So, one of the ways you can do the
keep it
hammock
family
is you can
friendly.
use old bras, and you can
Mhm.
just, like, have, like, the cantaloupe in a bra hanging from your, whatever. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with T-shirts, yeah,
So
or
many
old rags or
conversations.
something,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Keeping this
but
family friendly, that's about as
I know
bad as
you're
it'll
trying to
get.
keep it family friendly, but you do wanna use what you've got and what works, and
That's yeah, that I say that all the time in my videos, "Use what you have to do what you need to do," and
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, we
if
grew
I
up watching
had a collection
MacGyver.
of old bras, they would get used as melon hammocks.
I mean, and they're in thrift stores for
Yeah, no, I
quarters.
think old rags is probably the way to go, yeah.
Yeah, rags would just keep it. I think the T-shirts would be good because they kinda stretch more than rags
Yeah,
do.
yeah, I can probably find a bunch
You
of
got
just, like, old ragged
ev
T-shirts or something, and
everybody's
yeah,
got T-shirts that they
yeah,
really, really need to get rid of, so
yep, I'm sure I'll find plenty of supplies, yeah, not gonna be an issue. My biggest
that's
concern right
funny.
now is I have, like, the PVC structure, PVC pipe, that I was
Yeah,
using for, like, the netting, which didn't really have much weight, but if I
okay.
have a watermelon hanging from that, I'm not sure if
It's
it's
gonna
that
end up
sturdy,
falling.
so,
Mm.
yeah, I'm probably gonna have to secure that a little bit. I did make
Yeah,
it
you're gonna
look
have to
prettier, I got
reinforce it.
some, like, the pool noodles, they had
Mhm.
'em when I was at Lowe's, so, I got some pool noodles, and I added
I
those.
love
If you
that they
look
have those
carefully at
now.
the raised beds, the
Mhm.
front ones now all have, like, green pool noodles on them, so
Okay. Well, you could probably,
I thought
like,
it looked cool.
reinforce them. You could tie some type of rope and then use ties down,
Yeah,
kinda like you would for, like, tents or anything like that to give them
I
that
probably
extra
will.
support.
I'm probably gonna add some 2 by 4s, like, to the end of it, just kinda have something that has a little bit more strength to it.
The
I don't know, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
But right now, I've got some, like, tomato cages to try to guide them upwards, trying to get that vertical gardening thing going, and my pumpkins are actually starting to vine pretty good. I've got some bottle
oh,
gourds that
good.
are starting to grow. My
Okay.
corn is just there's one corn that is huge. The corn stalk is, like is
How
gaining a
tall is
foot a
it?
day, it seems like.
Oh, wow. I've
All
been
the
watching the
sunflowers are getting
corn around
taller.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
So, yeah, it's
you tried to cook some of those sunflowers last year,
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
you?
yeah. Oh,
Like,
I had a lot of
the
fun with the sunflowers last year. That's the reason
yeah.
why I'm doing the Russian mammoth. That's the only ones I have planted in the raised beds right now because
Okay.
I don't know the best type of sunflower to plant, so if anybody's watching this and you know what type of sunflowers I need to look for so that I can actually do sunflower seeds, I
Yeah.
haven't done the research on it yet, so, I'm just using what I've grown so far, just it
Yeah.
worked last year. It wasn't ideal, but it worked, and I was able to use different, seasonings on it, so I had, like,
Mhm.
5 or 6 different
Yeah,
flavors of
you were
sunflowers that I
testing them
cooked.
all out.
Yeah, I was anything I could think of, I was testing it last year, so I'll
Oh,
probably
yeah.
be doing a lot more of that this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll use those, and then, hopefully, I get some suggestions or I'll do some more research and figure out, what actually makes the best sunflower seeds if you're gonna be
Yeah.
eating them, like, seasoning them
Right.
and eating them that way.
There's so many
But they turned out
varieties
good.
of every fruit and vegetable. There's so many varieties nowadays. It's
Yeah.
hard to pick out the right one, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where
I
we
know
ask and
sunflowers
get
was
the
my go-to
answers.
when I had that long commute. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
was commuting every day, that was to stay awake, I would just eat sunflower seeds.
Oh, I love
I don't know what
sunflower
it was about
seeds.
eating sunflower seeds, but I was awake, alert whenever I ate them. Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Especially when I was staying there till, like, 9 or 10 o'clock playing in the garden before I even drove home. That was
Yep.
some long days.
That you're in a different
Mm.
world now, aren't you?
I know, I know.
Your commute
Which
is
is
going
funny, just that was
downstairs now,
perfect
so
timing. I just got a notification from somebody from that office.
yeah,
I'm in that office garden chat,
right.
and I'm also in one, like, through work, so, yeah, I'm getting the little updates of them, like,
Yeah.
redoing the water lines that they ran so each of the gardens could run a hose from along the fence line.
Mhm.
Yeah, I missed the garden there,
Now
but I learned a lot. It was a good experience.
could you go visit your old friends in your old garden
I could,
since you're
yeah,
not
I
there
still need to
anymore?
go there because I never officially got a going away because I found out that morning that it was my last day,
Yeah.
and then so I haven't officially had a going away. I
You
had, like,
sh
that day to let everybody know, "Hey, I'm starting a new job on Monday. See ya. I have a
you
YouTube
should
channel. Go check it out."
you should find time to go and just see where everybody's at with their gardens, see what your garden looks like.
Yeah,
Does
I
somebody
need to
take
find a
over
reason to go down
yours?
there so I can, visit the garden. I mean, visit the people that I
Yeah,
work with.
the people,
Yeah.
your old coworkers in your garden. So does somebody take over your garden that
Uh,
was there?
well, yeah, I had a plot there, and one of the guys I work with, I think, took over my plot. So,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I
Good.
got to hand
Good,
that
good,
over to
good.
him. I think
'Cause
he's the
it
one that got my plot,
I
but
hope
yeah.
so. I hope it's doing good too. See? You just
Yeah.
have to you
Yeah,
you
no. Little
you
continuity there in the garden.
you literally planted something there. So that's cool. You have to go back and
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, and some of the stuff I planted, like the marigolds and some of those things, they may be coming back the second year, so, yeah, there
Yeah,
may be some of my stuff well, actually, I know I planted, some raspberries. I think they're raspberries. Never
is
could
that
figure out exactly what they were, if they were, raspberries or what else would they be?
like a blackberry? I don't
Yeah,
know. They
blackberries.
kinda look
Yeah, that was it. I didn't know
the
if they were
same
raspberries or
looking fruit.
blackberries. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, they look really similar, and it was, they have to they have to be growing for, like, 2 years before they produce fruit, and
Okay.
since they had kind of leveled that area, they were all in their first year of growth. So I moved some of them over to my plot, let them grow, and I was looking forward to this year, I would actually get to see some, fruit from them,
Yeah.
but, hopefully
You're
they
not
produce
there.
something and somebody will say something in the chat or something, and I'll get to,
Mm,
like, at least hear
just
about them growing.
just ask about it and say, "Hey, can you do, like, a little video of what it looks like right now?" I mean, you cultivated that. You grew that
Yeah,
from
and I still have some
nothing,
friends
so
that can take pictures and, yeah, they could send me a picture, so I might have to do that sometime.
oh,
And give a quick channel update, talk about schedule stuff, and then we can wrap it up after that, unless there's anything else you wanna talk about.
not so much. Going to Venice in July.
You going over?
Huh?
Yeah, you're definitely
With
going on the trip?
I'm definitely the airfare is already paid, the place
Awesome.
we're staying is paid.
Okay. Was that
Her
the
art
GoFundMe kinda
is
thing or
arriving today, I think, in Venice.
okay,
So it's real.
awesome.
I'm going.
I'm so
Me and
excited
Patricia
for
are
you. That's
going
so
to
cool.
Venice. It's scary, it's weird, it's all the things. So
Yeah,
everybody's like, "Why are you even questioning going?" I'm like, I don't know."
just a little nervous about it, but
Right.
it's okay.
Okay, you're right there. Yeah.
Did you did you 2 get a 3rd to go with you?
No, I think it's just gonna be the 2 of us.
Okay.
So, yeah, she texted me earlier today and she was like, "Yeah, my mind's going a million miles a minute," and I'm like making a list of all the things I want to do when we go there and all the things and all the people and all that. I'm like,
Mhm.
just make the list when I get back, we'll sit down, we'll make our to do wish list and we'll figure it out.
Yep.
So we're excited. I mean, the
So
place we're
when are you
staying is
actually heading out?
nice. The airfare wasn't bad. I
Yeah.
mean, for
Did I lose you?
both of us to go and stay there, I mean, it wasn't too horrible, but it's doable. It's
Okay.
a
Yeah, I
once in
kinda
a
lost you for a little
lifetime
bit there.
opportunity.
I'm noticing, if I pay attention, it actually tells me if it's recording you. So, yeah, I know
Oh,
where to
okay.
look now to make sure that, like,
Okay,
because
hiccups.
I lost you there for a second or 2, and it's
Okay.
showing 100% uploaded, which seems weird,
Mine hasn't done that.
but yeah. No, I do see the record button for you, so I know it is recording you now.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know where to
That
look to
will
make sure
poke
that
you.
we don't
Be
have
careful.
any more of
That's
those,
like a
me talking
fork.
to myself situations.
Yeah, don't talk to yourself.
Oh, I do with that all the time.
I know. I'm your one
Yeah.
time to be the other voice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, back to the YouTube. Ha ha! Here we are.
Okay.
Uh,
Alright.
so anyway, here we are again.
Okay. All right. So we're back after a little family adventure there and a tour of their vacation home.
Yes, it
So,
was
yeah,
great.
really nice. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting a chance to have a good vacation. I know you work so hard with the catering and all the other stuff you do. So it's good you get a
Yes,
break.
and everything going on with life and all the life. Yes,
Hmm.
we
Lots
really
of life
needed this
going on lately.
vacation.
Yeah.
A lot of life,
Yeah.
and this is kind of a celebration of all the good things. I keep telling everybody I'm
Very nice.
overwhelmed
Hmm.
with all the good things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Like
no
we were
bad
talking.
things right now.
Yeah. We were just talking about like all the positive and the negative. You're going to have both. So focus on the good stuff.
Oh yeah, oh
Be
yeah,
aware the bad stuff's there so you can respond as needed, but, focus on the
exactly.
good.
Hey, one of the biggest things, we're about to be empty nesters. I don't know if I told you that or
No
not.
way. Completely empty
Ye
nesters? I knew that there was some movement out of the house, but didn't realize it was just gonna be the 2 of you.
Yeah, July
Sweet.
1st,
Oh,
everybody will
wow.
be out of our house, which is so
Very
weird.
nice. Yeah.
So, yeah, and then
Which
after
yeah, I mean, I've got one still living here paying rent, so, I mean, yeah,
yeah,
that
but
kinda
it's
counts, but no, I've still got kids at home, and she's
yeah,
she's here for the summer, so, yeah, I've got the
right.
whole family here at the moment.
Yeah, me and Rob just celebrated 30 years of being married.
Wow,
That's a
congratulations. Yeah.
long time
Yeah.
because we had 1 year of being newlyweds, and then
Wow.
we had kids,
And then
and
kids.
he and
Yeah.
here we are 30 years later, 4 kids later, 2 grandchildren later,
Mhm.
and now we're about to
Wow.
be empty nesters. So, that's
Crazy.
gonna be a fun, exciting journey too.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm excited. I'm excited. My kids will still be around. We'll be able to have family dinners and game
Mhm.
night and, they're not gonna be over all the
Yeah.
time,
Well, I
but we'll
mean,
still have
we've got
times.
plans. Everybody's gonna be around, so,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Oh,
whole point of the homestead, and we're all gonna be living near each other and get to see
exactly.
each other all the time. That'll be
Like,
awesome.
we are of what my friends tell me and people that I talk to, we're
Mhm.
very strange because we all get along,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
I tell people about our plans, and they're like, "You actually get along with your family." I mean, it's not that you're all gonna live on the property and do all these things. It's like you can stand each other and you want to live around each
you
other.
I know
That doesn't make sense to me.
everybody at work has been just befuddled because 'cause they're like, "Okay, you're talking about you're about to be empty nesters, but you're going on vacation with the whole
The
family."
whole family, yeah.
I'm like, It's what we do, we hang out."
I know.
I want them to
We'll give
go
mom
and
credit on
spread their
that one.
wings.
Since we
Yeah,
both turned out that way, we'll give mom credit.
yeah,
So she did
definitely.
something right.
I know
But unless
well,
she watches the podcast, she'll never know I said something nice
I
about
know,
her.
I know, I know. Well,
Not that I say mean things about her anyway.
I've talked to a lot of people, and the kids are like, "Yeah, my parents never said that we needed to be friends, like, my
I
siblings and stuff."
Yeah.
That's so foreign to me. I'm like, "No, you have built-in best friends, people that are
I
gonna
know.
be there for you." That's what
Yeah, I
siblings
mean,
are.
I guess we had a really good upbringing staying with granny when we were little and getting a chance to, like, play on the garden and,
Having all the
like
cousins and friends and uncles and aunts and
yeah, we had a lot of family around when we were
yeah,
little, so
yeah.
people have dispersed a little bit, but not too much.
But we've had so many people we've been very, very blessed. We've had
Yeah.
so many people step up, even, like, father figures. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we didn't have the luxury of growing up with a dad because he passed
Yeah.
away when we were both little.
Yep.
Everybody's like people ask me, "You don't have any daddy issues?" I was like, "Yeah, because I had, like, 12 men
Yeah.
that stepped up, and they
We had
were
a lot
my
of father
dad."
figures. Yeah.
Yeah, I never did
Yeah,
without,
because
and
I
we
was
never
yeah, I had cousins and uncles and, all
yeah.
kind of family that filled in that role since we didn't have our dad growing up.
Friends, I mean, we even had
Yeah.
Danny and, I mean, friends that
Yeah. Friends of the family. I mean, they weren't even all blood. We just had a lot of good influences growing up.
yeah, so
So we were really lucky. Yeah.
yeah,
Don't take that
luckily
for
we could
granted.
oh god, no, no. I
Yeah.
love all the people in our life. We're all a little nutty and all
Yeah.
the things, but we are
Yeah.
not the
And I
norm,
miss everybody. I
which I
can't wait
love
to
it.
move back to South Carolina so I can actually see them.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll start doing I know, I guess it's our responsibility to do the, family reunion type
Looking
things.
forward to hosting those and having all kind of fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Looking forward to having, space for those types of things.
Exactly,
So,
we'll have to do, like, family challenges and stuff. Have the Johnsons, have the Temples, have the yeah. We'll get shirts and everything. We'll have
oh, wow. Yeah, you're already starting to
yeah.
plan this out. Well, I guess you are the event planner in the family.
We we'll try. Between me and my girls, we'll figure this out.
Yeah,
So,
speaking
yeah.
of your girls, Patricia, yeah, we always mention her when we're doing
Oh,
these.
yeah.
Just, they're about to start the quarterfinalists.
The
That
quarterfinalist,
round
yeah.
is starting up tomorrow. So,
Right.
yeah, still doing
So
the daily
keep the
voting,
voting.
but right now they're in a little pause.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's kind of a
and they got
little
the countdown
regroup.
till voting starts again tomorrow.
Yep. And me and Patricia have bought our tickets to Venice for
Awesome.
that show, for
I'm so
that
excited for you.
oh my gosh. We bought tickets, we have the place we're staying, and her mind's
Wow.
going a mile a minute of, "Okay, we're in Venice for a week. What are we gonna
Mhm.
do?" So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm excited, and she's got, she's on her website, you
Mhm.
can buy clothing that has
Okay.
her artwork on it now, earrings.
Okay. Oh, she's got merch. Very cool.
She's I
That's
mean,
awesome. I'll have
from
to check that out.
cups to journals to earrings to anything you
Yeah,
want, you
definitely send me the
suggest
link.
it, and
I
she'll
don't know if
figure
I've
it.
got the link to her site like that.
Yeah.
You've got
Yep.
me like all of her
So
social media links. I've been including those in descriptions whenever we talk about her, but
the
I don't know that
girl
I've actually
is
seen her website.
yeah, Patricia's
Yeah.
doing really good. I'm very excited for her. So,
Yeah.
yep, I'm on this journey. I love it.
Yeah, no.
So, I love all my
So
people and all the things they're doing.
mhm. Well, I know you got family that's getting ready for supper, so,
Yep.
I was gonna share just a quick update for
Oh,
the
yeah.
channel, so, yeah, let me share some of that real quick. So, what I was gonna share is my main analytics page.
Okay.
So, I am currently at 130 subscribers, so
Okay.
channel's still growing. Very excited
Okay.
about that. YouTube's been really weird lately, confusing, frustrating, all the stuff. Before, when I was putting shorts there, I would schedule it for, like, 9:15, and it would go to the shorts feed at 9:15, and then for
Okay.
a while, it would go at, like, 11:30, and I couldn't figure out the timing, so I changed it to where they would go live at 8:15 so that I could see if they went to the feed earlier, and it was I could never make sense of it. And then I had a couple that they didn't even go to the shorts feed at all. So then it's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna. Some of the advice was to not have it go to a notification to your subscribers, which when I had less than 100 subscribers, that absolutely made sense. But now that I've got 130, I'm
Uh-huh.
always checking to where it notifies subscribers when I put a short out. So hopefully that corrects whatever was going on there where they were never going to the short speed.
Okay.
And then the other thing I was going to share is I made a post about it and I've been putting it in the comments. Yeah, one of the things I changed was along with the trying to figure out when to post things was to try to figure out in advance how I want to schedule things out.
Okay.
So, you know me, I had to make a spreadsheet about it.
Of course. Mhm.
So here is my spreadsheet, and I didn't have a good calendar spreadsheet. And one of the things that vidIQ does is they'll do like a channel audit for you and kind of give you all the information about your channel. So I started
Okay.
with that spreadsheet, and then I needed something with a calendar so I could plan things out, trying to figure out what works. So my channel started back on January 12th. So I color coded it with if I do a long form video, it's blue. If I
Okay.
do a short, it's yellow, and if I do both in the same day, it's green. If I did
Okay.
something that's live, I made those orange. So those are my
Okay.
first little,
Okay.
you know, podcast attempts that nobody watched. I just had fun, figured out the software and, the tools
Exactly.
to make it happen. So this is like when everything actually went out on my channel. And by each of the dates, I put how many subscribers I had that day. So you can see I got really lucky. In my first video, I got 2 subscribers. So
Yeah.
that was awesome. And then I didn't get my 3rd subscriber until out here, like almost 2 weeks later.
Okay.
And, I can kinda see the trending by doing putting the dates on there. And then did like a little weekly total. So how many videos, like long form videos, how many shorts, and how many times I went live, so I can kinda track that.
Right.
And what I'm trying to do is to keep up with my number of videos and my subscribers, which I need to update that. I'm at 130 now. Woohoo! But yeah, I'm also at 138, 140. Yeah, I've got a lot of videos. So yeah, I haven't been able to keep up with number of videos and number of subscribers. Hopefully
Okay.
that'll change later and I won't have to
It'll
get 1,000
change.
videos to get 1,000 subscribers. I'll
Exactly.
do it if that's what it takes.
No, you'll get there.
But yeah, hopefully that actually starts increasing much quicker at some point. But yeah, so you can see how, it's all over the place. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It was just if I filmed something, it was ready, I would go ahead and post it the next day or that day, that kind of thing. I would
Yeah.
usually try to give it 24 to 48 hours so the algorithm can study it and figure out who to actually show it to, that type of thing. But instead of having all this randomness, I decided to, well, around here, you can see there's a lot more yellow. So I started doing
Yeah.
clips of the live streams and the cooking chats and our podcast. And so I pretty much got a short scheduled every day.
Okay.
And then I'll do the long forms, but I was kind of doing those whenever. So starting in this past week, you can see how it kind of looks consistent
A little
after this
more.
point. Yeah, a
Yeah.
little more organized and, makes sense. There's a regular
Yeah.
pattern to it.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm doing long form videos Mondays and Fridays at 7:15.
Okay.
Wednesdays is going to be either posting the recording of a live stream, the cooking chat, or our podcast. So that's going to go
Okay.
live Wednesdays at 7:15.
Okay, lovely.
And then my Sundays are gonna alternate between filming our podcast like we're doing right now, which will go
Uh-huh.
live the following Wednesday, or it's gonna be a cooking chat, which you can join while it's live, or I will post the recording of it the following Wednesday.
Okay.
So I think that makes sense. It's not
Yeah.
overwhelming. Everything kinda has a time and place, and
Yep.
I can work in advance. And you can see I've kinda made things bold if I have it completed. So, I mean,
Okay.
I've got shorts scheduled out until the end of the month. So I'm already, a couple weeks
Ahead of
ahead on some of
schedule on
these
that.
things.
Yeah.
Mm. So, like tomorrow, I've got one that's going out where I did the rainwater harvesting. So my 200-gallon rain barrel that I did,
Yeah.
that video goes live tomorrow. And then since I'm doing the shorts every day, I can plan out a little bit better. So I have a short where we were talking about it, that's going to go out that night too, and then it can link back to the long form video. So I can try to promote my longer form videos with a short if it lines up. So that's
Okay.
kind of the thinking. I don't know. We'll see if it works. I
We'll
mean,
see if
this is
it
just me trying to
works.
figure out what makes sense. But yeah, I've got like the Amish potato tower that's going out. So I've got lots of fun stuff in there.
Lovely. Okay.
So that's my plan for the channel and kind of what's going on.
I like it. I'm
It's giving me a
excited.
little bit of sanity as I'm going through all this, trying to figure out how things are supposed to work. But, it's still trying to figure out YouTube. And as soon as you think you figured out something, something changes or, yeah, things stop
Yeah.
going to shorts feeds. They don't go out when you schedule them. And, just who knows? But
Who
I'm
knows?
having fun with it. The channel's growing. I'm
Yeah.
having some really fun interactions during the live streams, especially, getting to talk with people from Moscow and New Zealand and all over the
From
place.
everywhere. Yep.
So that's really cool. So I'm looking
That's
forward to the
awesome.
next one. I don't know what I'm cooking yet. We'll see what I can bring from the garden to the kitchen and figure out something to make with it.
Yeah. Hello. Sorry. A
Yeah.
bug was just saying hi to us.
Yeah,
Sorry.
somebody
Almost
mentioned in the
landed on the
last
phone
one.
there.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah, somebody mentioned in the last cooking chat where I was doing the kale chips that I
huh.
should do, like a kale smoothie.
Oh,
So
I love
Lauren helped me
that.
make a kale smoothie with some kale from my garden the other day,
Yeah.
and so I posted a picture of that. Yeah, I'm turning into a foodie, having to take pictures of all my food now, but it's for the
No, you're
YouTube
just
channel.
learning though. You're learning. You're
Yeah.
learning what all this stuff does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some ginger. It's great too. So anyway,
Awesome.
I'm sitting outside and it's starting to actually rain and thunder a little bit.
Okay. I think
So
that's our cue to wrap things up. So are you doing
yes,
the outro?
sure. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us again. Our egg journey,
Yep.
evergreen growth
Our egg
journey.
journey.
Yes. Um, yeah, come back, subscribe, like us, come visit with us and
Yeah.
grow with us as
And
we're
buy actually a
growing.
coffee. I'm still waiting for somebody to buy a coffee.
You can buy me a coffee. I drink more coffee than he does, okay? And my family thanks me for
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, buy us a coffee. So,
All
yeah, until
right. Well,
next time,
enjoy your
guys.
vacation. Thank you for taking time during your vacation to kind of give me the tour of the place and, take some time out from the rest of the family. Really
Sounds
appreciate
good.
it.
Yes, my plan for the
So
evening is to go do a puzzle. That's my only plan.
that's a good plan.
Okay,
All right.
cool. All right.
All right. Well, love you. And I'll
Love you.
talk to you again for another podcast in 2 weeks, but I'm sure we'll talk again before then.
I'm
All
sure.
right.
All right.
Enjoy the
Bye,
vacation.
guys. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.